Don't forget that this tutorial is part of a series of tutorials which you can access on our YouTube playlist, or alternatively, if you would like to, you can purchase the whole course on Udemy. There should be a link to the YouTube playlist and a link to our Udemy course, which should always provide the best price in the video description. And next up, we're going to be discussing relationships, developing and defining the relationships between our Django models. Now, I'll make the assumption that some of you won't have any prior knowledge of relational database design, so I'll take you through some basic information which hopefully will give you a grounding, a starting point to make it easier for you to understand some of the different operations that we're going to perform on our database tables. I think the first step in that process is understanding the basics of a primary key. Now, if we were to summarize a primary key in a relational database, I'd probably summarize it as a way of uniquely identifying a record in a table. So let's take a look at our category table as we have defined it within our Django model. We have three fields: name, slug, and isActive. We can also call these three columns. So the name column, the slug column, the isActive column. Through the design process, we would have reviewed the category table and we would have generated a primary key for this table. Now, that process would take us through a number of different steps, but we would ask ourselves four things in this table to determine potentially a primary key. So the first thing we'd ask ourselves is any of these columns, is the data that's going to be stored in any of these columns throughout our database, is all the data in the fields going to be unique? And you can see in this example that the name and slug and isActive, nowhere within those columns is the data going to be unique. So only used once, only defined once. So you can see the name here, there might be multiple instances of the name, in this case Django, the slug, and isActive, we have true or false. Now remember, this is just an example. We did in the previous step actually define the name and the slug to be unique. And by doing that, that meant that we could only store one instance of a single name in the column once. Now, we're just making the assumption that hasn't happened. We're just going through a process to better understand a primary key. So we're going to first of all ask ourselves a basic question: is any of this data in each column unique? Now, if it is going to be, then potentially this column, one of these columns, could be used as a primary key. So other questions that we might ask ourselves is that we can't use a primary key, or we can't set a column to a primary key if any of these fields will be blank or null. So we simply can't use that column if that's going to be the case. Now, obviously, we've set that up in our database already. We've defined some fields as null or blank values, or we can use blank values. So we couldn't use those fields or set those fields to a primary key. There are some other rules. So for example, a column cannot be used as a primary key if it has multi-valued or multi-part fields. And we ought to not use a column as a primary key if the value changes quite often. So if we have a field and this true or false is going to change quite often, then this field probably isn't, or this column isn't, a very good candidate for a primary key. So those are the type of questions that we'll be asking ourselves to determine a primary key within a table. And eventually we would get to a point where we have selected a candidate field, and then we'd eventually then determine a primary key. Now, there may be scenarios where none of your fields in your model would be appropriate as a primary key. Django automatically builds a primary key for every model if we don't specify a primary key within our model. You can see an example here that the ID field has been generated by Django by default if we don't specify a primary key within our model, and then it adds an auto incrementing number to every single record within our model. That way, ensuring that every single field has a unique value throughout that column. So in actual fact, that will be the case for every single Django model we have generated. When we actually build our tables in our database from our Django models, Django will automatically add the ID field in every single model. That will then be set to the primary key, and that will be then the unique identifier that we can use to select individual records from that table. Now, it is very easy to override the primary key, and we'll take a look at that in the next exercise.